Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make these socks. These are from 1 year to 1.5 years, but you will have written 7 sizes of kids from premature to 18 to 24 months. You will have them written. For the socks, I'm going to use 2.5 millimeters hook. So use hook 2.5 millimeters. So we have to start with 3 chains. Start with 3 chains. I'm going to make the size from 1 year to 1.5 years. That's what I'm going to do. Now after I make this, I will tell you the other sizes, how many trebles you have to make. Now we go in the 3rd chain here. We skip the first 2, we go in the 3rd one. As I told you, I'm doing from 12 months to 18 months. The size from 12 to 18. So I'm going to make 14 trebles. The chain doesn't add as a treble. So the size I'm going to make 14 trebles, and as I told you, I'm making from 1 year to 1.5. Now after this, after I make these, you will have written the other sizes, how much trebles you have to make. So I'm going to continue here making 14 trebles. Now you have seen how many you have to make depending on the size, as I have shown you. I made 14 because I'm making the one from 12 months to 18 months. So the 14 are ready. I go in the chains here that we made before and I close with a slip stitch. Now we start with 2 chains. Now we're going to make 2 trebles in each chain that we have. In each one that we have, we're going to make 2 trebles. So after we make this round, 2 trebles in each one of them, in all, we have to have 28 because double of 14. So we have to have 28. Continue making 2 trebles in each treble that we made before. So the 28 are ready. I finished with a slip stitch in the first chain here. We start the next row. We'll make 2 chains. Now we're going to make a treble. When I say treble, I mean a double crochet on every treble that we have. So now you're going to make 1 treble on each treble. So in all, I have 28. I have to have 28 all around. It depends the size that you're making. I'm going to continue making a treble on each treble that I have. Now, like this row, you make a treble on each treble. The size, I have to make 8 rows. I have to make 8 rows. Now, it depends what size you're making. After this clip, you will find how many rows you have to make. But I'm making the size from 1 year to 1.5 years, so I have to make 8 rows, always making a treble on each treble that I have. I have 28, so I have to continue making 28 trebles in the rows, the 8 rows that I make. Now, as you can see, these rows are ready. I made 8 in all, and as you have seen before, depends on the size you're going to make, you make rows. Now this I'm going to cut it. I didn't cut it yet, but this thread, we're going to cut it here. Now we're going to put this where we started. I didn't cut it so you see it well. In the middle. And when you turn it around here, you have to have, for the size, 14. Now after this clip, I will tell you the other sizes, how much you will have. Here we have to mark So you can see this is the middle. We have to have 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, exactly. So we're going to mark them. Right now I don't have markers, so I'm going to mark them with this, so I know from there. And the other one here. So I have 14 here, and the other side I have 7 and 7. Then I'll tell you what you have to do. But for now you mark. Here in the front you have 14, as I told you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14, and I will tell you on the next clip the other sizes how much you have to have here. Now, this is where I made the first marker, as you can see here. We're at the back here, where we cut the thread. This is where we made the first marker, in this one. So I'm going to start from the next one, from the next chain here. And make a single crochet. Now in the same place, I'm going to make half a treble in the same place. Make half a treble. And I'm going to make half a treble in the next 14 until I arrive at the next marker. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 12, 13, and 14, the last one here. So I made 14. Now after this clip you're going to see all the sizes, how many you have to make here. Now for example do one of 3, 0 to 3, for example, the one of 0 to 3. When you arrive here in the middle where you have the chains, the clip that I'm going to show you after this, I'm going to tell you how much you have, all sizes, how much you have to have here. Now, there are some sizes you will see. For example, this I had 28 all around. I made 14 here and here another 14. That was okay. But you will see that, for example, 0 to 3, here you will have 10. But here you will have to make another one extra. And the other extra, you have to make 12. You have to make 12, not 11. 0 to 3, here you will have 10 here, but here you have to make 12. So the one extra where you have the chains here, where you started, there you have to make 2. Where you have to the chains, you have to make 2. So you have 12 instead of 11 here, you will have 12. As I told you, where you have the chains here, instead of making 1, you have to make 2. So instead of 11, you will have to make 12. And that is the size, il premium, you have to make 2. 0 to 3, you have to make 2. 6 to 12 you have to make 2, and 18 to 24. Where you have the chain is here, where you started. Instead of making 1 half treble, you have to make 2. Now we're going to start the next row. We make a chain, and in the same place where we made the chain, we're going to make half a treble and continue making half a treble in every half a treble that you make. We're going to make 14 half treble on the 14 half treble we made before. You continue all the row like that. Here, you continue on these 14 to make 14 half treble. Row is ready. Now we turn around and we're going to do a row the same. We make a half treble in all 14 stitches that we have. You do the same, making half a treble in the 14 stitches that we have. Continue making 14. So this is ready. I cut the thread. I cut it a little bit long, the thread, because we're going to sew now. I use the needle here. I cut it a bit long, the thread, as I told you. Now this is the right side. Here we're going to turn it around like this. Turn it around, and we're going to sew it together. You put it from there, that stitch, into that stitch, into here, to the other stitch here. In the stitch and in the other stitch. You continue to sew it like this. And that is ready. You turn it here. I like to put the stitch like this before I cut it. And then I cut it and you turn it around like this. And that is ready. Now we're going to start working from here, from the middle here. So we put the hook there. And we pull up a stitch. Make a chain. Now I'm making the one from 1 year to 1.5. And since we're here in the middle, I have to make, here I have 14 here, so here I have to make 7 here and 7 here. This is the middle. I have to make 7 single crochet or double crochet here, 7 over here, and here I have to make 14. Now for those for example, here I have to make 7 here. If I don't have enough space to make 7 here, I can always make 2 here. I will show you then. So I made a chain. Now I go here. And I make a single crochet or double crochet on each one of these. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, And I can make another one here in the same place. So I have 7. Because all the sizes are the same. And here I had to make 7. Now, if you have, for example, 0 to 3 years, you have 12 here. So you have to make 6 here and 6 here. And here you have 11. Those of 0 to 3 years. Here you have 12 from here to here. So you make 6 here, 6 here, and here you make 11. Then I will write what else you have to do. Now here, all around, I have to make 14 all around. I continue making 14 single crochet or double crochet until I arrive here. Then I show you what you have to do. So the 14 are ready too. Now we're going to make the last part. The last part, here I finished with 2 in the same place. So here I'm going to make 2. Like we did the other side. That is 1 and 2. And we continue to make 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We go here in the first one and we finish with a slip stitch. And that is that row ready. This is ready. Now we're going to start the next row. We start with 2 chains. Now we're going to repeat these rows. After this clip, I will tell you we're going to make a treble in each one that we have all around. You make a treble all around. Now the rows that we have to make are all a treble in each one. Now after this clip, I will tell you how many rows for each size you have to make. You have to make, as I told you, a treble in each one, in each chain that you have. Now here I am making from 1 year to 1.5, so I have to make 6 rows. Then I tell you all the other sizes after this clip, how many rows you have to make. Continue making treble all around. And after this clip, as I told you, will find how many rows you have to make. So as you can see, I made the 6 rows. The size that I want to make, that I'm making, I had to make 6 rows. So those are ready, the rows. Now we're going to make the last 2 rows. The last 2 rows are the same, like I'm going to show you. They are all the same. We start with 2 chains. 1 and 2. Now we're going to work front post and back post. We take the first one, go from the back like that. And we make a treble. We go to the second one and we go in front like this. We go in the third one from the back. We go in the other one on the front. The other one in the back. We're going to make the rib now. The edges are going to be ribbed. And you continue this row like that. And the row after, you have to make 2 rows. In all sizes, you have to make 2 rows. One from the back, one from the front, one from the back, one from the front. 2 rows like that. Even the other sizes, you have to make it like that. And this is the final result, how the socks came. They're very cute, as you can see. They were not difficult to make. Hope that you understood what I was doing and that you try to make them. Bye for now.